So 2 days ago, the #1 player in the world was running this exact Expo deck right here with the Hero Wizard, the Pump, the Expo. Absolutely insane creation. I saw this, his name was Klaus, and I was like, I need to take this deck and record a video on it. So we're going to hop into some ladder and see if I can have any success stealing that deck. It is honestly really refreshing to see a deck even made for Expo that it can actually be viable and is cool and new and unique. Like, it doesn't happen very often, especially not recently, and man, I think this deck is definitely the example, or I guess the maybe exception to the fact that 3.0 Expo is the only deck in the darn game that you can use that's actually viable in terms of Expo decks. But I'm gonna go for my Wizard in the back right here. Speaking of 3.0 Expo, man, this deck's been going crazy this season. I think yesterday I faced it 6 games out of like 10 on ladder, which is kind of insane if you think about it. And it was top ladder as well. So anyways, enough yapping about that. He does have a Golem Night Witch push on the map right now. I'm going to go ahead and use my Wizard's ability. This is why this is so good, because you can just pull everything together. Like, even this Night Witch is going to get pulled into the Wizard. Now we're going to get, I can't speak, some good splash damage right there. And then Valkyrie's going to help out with the Elite Barbarians as well. And just like that, we got away with a completely free pump, basically, defended perfectly. And on top of that, he's also going to have to reply to this Wizard and the Valkyrie on this other side. So that Wizard's still going to get a hit. No, it's not. I lied to you all, because he does go for the Lumberjack. So I'm going to go for the Ice Spirit up top. And I know he's low on elixir right now, so I'm just going to go Fire Spirit like this. And looks like this person does not have a big spell. That is the downside to running no big spell. You kind of put yourselves in situations where if you do face a deck where they have Elixir Collector, you can't take it off the map at all, and you find yourself struggling. So what I'm going to do is go for the Expo on this right-hand side. Just probably force out the Golem. I actually want to force out the Golem because I have Evo Skellies, and I could maybe cheese him with that, or at least force him to play a bunch of Elixir on them. As an overcommit. So I'm going to go for the Electro Spirit like this, and then once again, I'm just going to go ahead and pump up, then Evo Skellies rather, right now, to pressure him, see what he has. He has Zap, that's fine, because we have Evo Valkyrie, of course, on defense. There's absolutely no way he's breaking through, and remember, we have the Elixir Collectors, so all I was doing right there was outcycling his Golem, and now, look at our cycle. We already have Expo back in rotation. I can literally just go Expo again if I want, or I could pump again. You know what? I'm going to go Collector again just for now, because the more pumps, the better, I think, in this matchup, and I don't really need to worry about getting the Expo lock early on. I just need to focus on getting that one rotation where he's too low on elixir to actually keep up with my cycle. So if I continuously pump over and over and over, I think we could definitely get into a situation like that. He does go for the Golem, which is a bit interesting. I guess he doesn't really have many options, huh? Let's go for another Wizard like this, and now he's going to have a hard time defending on both lanes and keeping up elixir-wise as well. So he does go for the E-Barbs pretty much on 0, I'd like to think, on that right-hand side. We can go for our Electro Spirit Skellies like this in the middle, Ice Spirit down low to kite these Barbs in, and look at this counter push now. We have an Expo one lane Evo, or Hero Wizard rather, plus the Valkyrie other lane. I can go for my Valkyrie again on top of this Lumberjack Evo, and we should get at least a decent connection on one of the sides here. Yep, left side it is. We do get the Wizard on tower, which is very good. You know, in terms of DPS, it's about 400 a shot or something, maybe 500. I'm going to go for the Expo on the right-hand side, just keep the pressure, and then go Valk on the left-hand side. And oh man, that's a perfect timing, because now think about his elixir. He's on 3, 4, maybe 5 elixir. He's getting E-Barbs, right? No, he does not, and that's going to be GG's, I think, pretty much right there. Valkyrie's going crazy. The Wizard takes care of that Bomber, and he's down to literally 1,000 damage on his tower. And keep in mind, we still have the 2 collectors that are just now expiring. So he's going to go ahead and give up. And honestly, fair enough. We had such a huge elixir lead that I don't blame him. But yeah, that is just a perfect showcase of how dominant this deck can be. I played it a few times, and man, my few games of experience have led me to believe this deck is crazy. Ooh, next opponent here has the Cannoneer Tower, which is going to be super nice for me because we can, of course, you know, actually use our Skelly Evo potentially to get some value. But just going to go for these Skellies on top of his Fire Spirit. Looks like he's got a fast cycle deck, probably going to be Hyper Bait as well. So I'm going to go for the Elixir Collector like this and just see how he wants to reply. So he does go for the Dark Goggins and the Wall Breakers of the lane. Valkyrie's going to take care of business. We take some damage, but I think, honestly, I'm already kind of seeing the trend that he definitely does not have a big spell by the way he's playing, which is insanely just spammy. Look at this. He's literally going all in right here. Let's go for these Skellies on top of this, pretty much just to get back to our collector. Valkyrie gets one hit on the left, and now, even though we are down damage, I think this is a great start to this game because we have our full health pump pretty much still alive, and I can just go for yet another elixir collector here soon. I'm going to go Ice Spirit here first. I'm going to pump up as well and just tank the rest of those wall breakers. It shouldn't be too much damage, maybe about like 600-ish if I had to predict. Okay, it was about 800. I'm a bit off on that, but Still, like I said, if he has no big spell, which I'm pretty certain he does not, nothing really matters in terms of me getting or me taking damage as long as I don't lose my tower. So I'm going to go for the Electro Spirit up top. If I can just cheap defend this, I'd be pretty happy. Let's go Fire Spirit as well. I think it's time to pump up one more time. And then now I'm definitely going to look to potentially just get pretty aggressive with Expos from this point on. So I'm going to let those Wall Breakers connect. I'm going to go for the E-Spirit to make sure one of them doesn't connect and then just let the other one hit. And now he has to defend the Skellies, and we are up so much elixir because of these pumps early on. It's actually crazy. We can just wizard. I think, honestly, this might be GG's right here, or at least we should take his tower. I'm kind of surprised he pressured with that. I guess he's kind of getting desperate. I'm pretty sure he knows he can't defend. Yeah, he's going to full send to other lanes. So I'm going to go for the Ice Spirit to block his, and then go for the Skellies to help prevent some barrel damage. And just like that, we do take a tower. Now, game's very far from over because he does have quite a bit of damage on both lanes. But like I said, even if he takes my right tower, though, I think we're still fine because I could genuinely just start spamming all my cards on the left-hand side and protect. But I'm going to go for this right here. Let's go for the Valkyrie on top of his Dart Goblin. That was a pretty bad wall breakers. I'm going to instantly Expo because we have the Wizard that he cannot kill, by the way. This Wizard is carrying me in this matchup so far. I'm going to go ahead and drop my ability as well to get that extra bit of annoyance, I guess. Is that the right word? The annoying ability that just... Oh my goodness, it's so good. Bro, that's insane. Literally the last little tornado it got just goes ahead and grabs all his cards and pulls them in together and gets a perfect splash. That's so satisfying. But that's going to be GG's. We take 2 towers. I mean, can we get a 3-crown back-to-back to start this video with Pump Bow? That would be kind of peak. I'm pretty sure he did give up, so we are going to get our wish here. And yeah, man, I mean, this deck definitely has its weaknesses, but you can tell the strengths that it does have are just the defensive capabilities you have with the Wizard and Evo Valk combo is pretty nasty, I'm not going to lie. Anyways, back-to-back 3 crowns, so let's keep it going. Okay, in our next game here against Noman, I'm just going to go for the Ice Spirit, the bridge first play, and cycle around to our Collector as fast as we can. So he's got the Archers. Looks like it's going to be some 3.0 Expo. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I'm not really sure how to feel about this. I'm going to hover my Wizard just in case. Yep, there it is. Had a feeling he might go for the Expo, so Wizard plus Valkyrie should do the trick right there of taking care of that pretty quickly. Early on in this game, so he's gonna have to defend this Wizard. He's probably gonna go Knight on top of it if I had to make a prediction. Valkyrie does not get that one hit either, which is a bit unfortunate, I would say, but it's all good. I could just go for the Collector in the center. I'm gonna go for the Skellies first right here, though, just to defend the Knight, and I think now we Collector. Now, the question is, does he have 3.0 with the Fireball, or does he have the Rocket version? Because Rocket version is pretty popular at the moment as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does have that. And looking, just looking at the way he's playing, I don't think he actually has Fireball. Looks like he probably will have Rocket because he's not playing it on his he's not playing it on my pump. So I'm gonna go for the Wizard like this. I'm gonna go for the ability, then Ice Spirit to tank for the Expo. Oh no, I messed up. Oh gosh, that was bad. I was trying to tank for the pump with the Ice Spirit, but I accidentally played the Ice Spirit a bit too late, and yeah, that was very sloppy of me right there. Definitely was a just not clean gameplay, but thankfully for us, we do get the Wizard to just take out the entire Expo and still get 2 hits on his tower, so even after that mistake, I still feel pretty confident that we are in a good spot. I'm going to go for the Collector once again in the center of the map and just kind of wait to see what he wants to do. So this is going to be interesting because I think it'll be pretty hard for him to actually get damage on me aside from his spells, because we have good enough cycle to defend his Expos. I'm going to predict his Expo right here. Can we get the prediction? We do. Oh, that's massive. Wait, he's going to log probably pretty quick. Yep, there it is. I'm going to go for the Valkyrie up top, and then Wizard to the side right here to defend that Knight in the Expo, and we should be in a good spot now with that Wizard taking care of business. So all I'm going to do here is go for another Collector, I think is the method. I could use the ability. I'm not even gonna do it though, because he's just gonna Knight on top. Yeah, so there wouldn't really be much of a point, I don't think. So 2 Collectors down now. I'm gonna go for the Skellies like this. We can definitely just start cycling like crazy. He is gonna defensive Expo. That's what I was kind of worried about, is him going for that, because I think it leaves us in a bit of a sticky situation. I'm not really sure how to feel about it. He's gonna rocket my pump, of course. There it is. So we'll go for this. I'm just going to cycle back around to one more Collector and then get that down pretty swiftly here again. So now we've obviously outcycled him by literally 4 cards, I think, which is kind of insane. And he's going to go for a Tesla to bridge. Electro Spirit comes down. Evo Skellies are useless anyways, so I might as well go for them right there. He goes for a Expo like that. I don't agree with that placement. I'm going to go ahead and use my ability too as well to float across the bridge and go ahead and take care of his Expo and get the splash damage on tower. That was a really bad Expo defensively placement. I'm going to go for another Collector in the center, and yeah, we should be absolutely thriving now. He's 100% going to defensive Expo again though, so I've got to be ready for that, I guess. I'm going to go for my... Actually, I'm not going to go for my defensive Expo. What I'm going to do is go for the Valkyrie plus the Wizard in the middle and then pop my ability right now. He does log, which is fine, but I can just go for the Ice Spirit like this, and that ability should get tons of value taking out that Expo. Beautiful. Oh, that's absolutely amazing. Look at the Wizard going absolutely crazy right there. So let's go for the Expo on the right-hand side now. Just start getting aggressive, I guess. I'm going to Valk. Oh, wow, he actually does rocket that. So that was a bad Valk by me. I guess I didn't think he'd rocket the very first Expo, but to be fair, I guess it's the best play. So let me go for the Wizard and pop the ability again. This is the best play to kill his Expo. I'm not sure why he keeps playing it so high because I don't have any spells at all. So he could put his Expo 1 or even 2 tiles further back, and I still couldn't, I'd have a harder time taking it off the map. But hopefully he doesn't recognize that. Let's go for the Ice Spirit like this right here, and also just keep the pressure high. Wizard is going to go ahead and lock on the tower, potentially. Did he just predict that? Wait, this guy might be the go. I'm so shocked that he predicted that right there, down this much elixir. We still get a connection on the left-hand side, which is good, but I still think I need to go for the Expo on the left-hand side again and pressure him. He's going to go for the Tesla probably, so I'm going to go for the Fire Spirit like this. Knight comes down. I'm going to go for the Wizard. He does not have enough for Rocket, and even if he does Rocket, I think we're in a good spot right here. Oh, those archers are going to get absolutely melted by my Wizard. Beautiful, and I can go for an Expo on the other side again. Keep the pressure super, super high. Expo on the left-hand side is going to connect, and we are, I think, going to win this game. Right here. So just going to go for the Valkyrie at the bridge, keep our Expo alive. Go for the Wizard. He also messed up the Knight ability, by the way, so the Expo didn't retarget, and that is going to be pretty much GG's right there. Pretty dominant game overall. I think we played that pretty solidly. That one prediction Tesla that he hit was actually, I was so shocked, but we still ended up winning that match. Facing Cookie in this next one right here, and I'm just going to go for my Fire Spirit like this. Go ahead and drop down the Electro Spirit plus the Ice Spirit, and just like that, we are 10 seconds into the game, basically, and I played 3 Spirits. Somehow the Goblin Barrel still hit my tower, but he does go for the Princess to back. I think we're just going to go ahead and collect her right now. Now, the one downside of this deck, of course, is going to be that you don't have a spell, but honestly, you can kind of make up for it with all 3 of the Spirits. He might go for the ability with the Dark Prince. I would not be surprised if we do see that right here, so I'm going to go for the Ice Spirit preemptively. Nice. I'll definitely take that. I guess I'll Skellies on top of this right here, and then go for the Valkyrie on top of the Princess. I don't know, maybe I should have Skelly the other side and then, like, tried to just cheaper defend with an Electro Spirit and then pump up again and not even use the Valk. That could have been the better play in this situation, but I'm not going to look in hindsight. We're just going to, move on and accept that we played the way we played. I think it wasn't the worst play ever. So I'm just going to go for the Fire Spirit like this right here on the Bandits, and we should be absolutely chilling. I can just go ahead and set up another Collector in the back again. Now, I have no idea if he has a Rocket or not. I think probably the odds are he does. Have one, so I'm going to be a little bit cautious when I pressure at the bridge and not overcommit too much because we don't want to give him a massive rocket. I just feel like he probably would have used it. I don't know, maybe not, because I think that he recognizes if he does go for the rocket on the pump, he's probably dead pretty quickly. So let me go for the Fire Spirit like this. I'm just going to go ahead and collect her once more. Once we get a few more elixir here, then get that that Wizard is still pressuring, by the way. He has to defend that. So I'm going to go for the Wizard ability right here on the Dark Prince. It's going to get some damage on tower as well, which I will definitely take. Man, the Wizard, when it was not nerfed, was getting some crazy amounts of damage. Do y'all remember that? That was kind of absurd. Let me go for this. Wow, he actually does ability. I don't know about that. I think that's too aggressive right there for sure when you're down 3 elixir collectors in single elixir, keep in mind. So let's make it 4. I guess to be fair, the other one just died, so it's only 3 now again, but I'll still take that for sure. He's going to go for the Rascals the back. I'm just going to go ahead and drop my Wizard, Skellies, and then Fire Spirit the other side with an Ice Spirit too. So my my Goblin, or his Goblin Barrel rather, doesn't hit my Elixir Collector. And Wizard's going to take care of that left-hand side as well. So I'm just going to go for the Electro Spirit. He just activated my King. What the heck? I'm going to Expo right here. Does he have Rocket? That is the question. If he does, this could be... Okay, wow, that was a bad Expo. I was going to say this could be bad, and it kind of was, but it's all good because we can just go for another Collector here, keep the pressure on him, and go for the Ice Spirit, the bridge with an Electro Spirit too. I think this is fine. He does go for the barrel, so I'm just going to go for the Evo Skellies plus a Fire Spirit like this. Hopefully defend that barrel. Oh, wait, well, what? How's the Princess still alive? Anyways, I'm going to go for the Ice Spirit on top of that. I don't know how that survived. I wasn't looking over there, but was it an Ice Spirit and an Electro Spirit? I guess that doesn't kill the Princess. That kind of sucks. I'm going to go for the Skellies like this right here, and then Valkyrie on the other side. Man, this Princess will not die. It's kind of pissing me off. But it's okay. We can still win this game. Like, this is very far from over. Let's go for the ability. This is going to be so much value. Oh, my goodness. I think we need to keep collecting and wait for the right time, though, because I know it's going to be hard to break through. It's going to take, till the last second to break through here. So I'm going to go for the Fire Spirit on top of that. I think now is probably the time to go offensive. He has to defend that with a Rascals, and now I don't see him rocketing this one. Nice, he doesn't. So I'm just going to go for the Valkyrie as well as soon as I can, please. And then Electro Spirit like this to take care of the cannon cart. Come on, Valkyrie, lock in for me. Let's go for the Fire Spirit like this. Ice Spirit to make the Dark Prince jump the river in the Expo lock on tower. That was such a cool play. Bro, what a cool play that was, like, genuinely. And now we can just go ahead and drop down another Expo to keep the pressure on the left-hand side. He's going to Cannon Cart probably sometime soon. So what I'm going to do is just go for the Electro Spirit like this. He does rocket that one. Okay, interesting. That's fine with me. I'm just going to go ahead and get super aggressive. In fact, I'm going to go offensive Expo on the right-hand side, try and keep him on his toes and switch lanes a bit. So he does go for the Rascals. I'm going to go for the Wizard. He's going to go for the Cannon Cart probably. Yep, so I'm just going to go for the Electro Spirit, pull everything in with the Wizard's Tornado as well. And yeah, not bad at all. I'm going to go for the Evo Skellies on the left-hand side. That should clean up that barrel fairly quickly. I can Expo again. I can go for the Electro Spirit to support the Wizard. And yeah, we're going to keep pressuring on both lanes as much as as much as humanly possible, I guess is the right way to word it. Let's go for the ability again here to float across the bridge. Hopefully, oh my gosh, Skellies, do it to him. Yes, bro, he's forced to snowball, and now the Wizard's on tower. That is going to be GG's. That is just absolutely perfect spam gameplay right there. I feel like he just got overwhelmed, and he couldn't keep up with my elixir pumps. In our next game right here, we are currently in a 4-game win streak, so this is pretty peak. I'm just going to cycle all the way around to our collector, keep it pretty similar to how we've been doing it the whole time. Go for the Ice Spirit like this. So he's got Furnace plus Ice Spirit himself. I'm going to go Wizard. Does he have Graveyard? That is my question. I think he does, just based off the first cards he's played. And that Poison pretty much all but confirms it right there. He could also have Minor Poison, or some weird variation of Drill, but just going to go for the Collector in the back, and I'm just going to Skellies too in case he spawns a Fire Spirit, which he does not. Sometimes the little oven right there loves to give one more Fire Spirit right before it dies, and just make me angry, so have to be better safe than sorry in that situation. Is he going to ability? Looks like no. So we have a full health Collector. This is a really good start, actually. On this matchup, because it's hard to defend against Graveyard, just always, no matter what deck you're running, especially when he's got pretty good supporting spells and a good tank with the Knight. So things are going to get interesting. I don't have a spell for his Graveyard, but we do have Electro Spirit. I don't know, I'd definitely rather have a Log than an Electro Spirit in the long haul, I guess. But he is going to Poison, so I'm going to go for my ability right here. Does that dodge the Tesla? I don't know, actually. No, it doesn't. Sometimes the Wizard has some weird pathing and targeting when it's floating in the air that it doesn't have when it's not floating in the air. So let me go for the double spirits right here. He misses the Barbarian Barrel. I'm actually going to go for the Electro Spirit on the right-hand side to force him to play something, and now he's going to have to go for an Ice Spirit, which I guess is 1 elixir. I was hoping for maybe a bit more of an over-expenditure, but not quite the best, case scenario right there, but it's fine. So we have a double pump right here, like it's Fortnite. Gonna go for the Wizard in the middle. It's gonna take care of business, and I can just go for the Valk. I can protect my Wizard as much as I can. Oh, really nice protection of the Wizard. And now he's got a lot to think about because his elixir bar is hurting. It's not that high right now. He's gonna Knight on top of this, obviously. So I'm just going to go for my ability right here. I'm actually fine with that because it at least takes out the entire Knight for the most part. I'm going to go for one more Collector. He's going to Poison this one most likely. But if he does, I think it's my time to get aggressive. Yeah, so there's the Poison. Now, how do we go about getting aggressive? That is the question here. I think we pump again for now just because we can outcycle his Poison and get that down early. And if he goes all in on this left-hand side, which he might do, he is going to do that right here, I think. I'm just going to go for the Wizard early. We can go ahead and drop down the Electro Spirit with the Fire Spirit too. Valkyrie up top, Ice Spirit to make sure these Skellies don't build up too much, and Wizard finally turns around. Not bad at all. We take some damage, but honestly, I think just overall that was a good situation for us. I'm going to go for the Expo on the right-hand side, start getting aggressive myself. I'm going to Evo Valk as well. Perfect. That's going to go ahead and kill the Furnace. I can go for the Ice Spirit too. On top of that, come on, give me a lock, give me a lock. Okay, we don't get a lock, but I can go for the Wizard on 0 and go ahead and Expo on the left-hand side as soon as humanly possible. What does he do for my Expo? Does he have Evo Tesla in cycle? I can't remember. I'm going to pop the ability. He does have Evo Tesla, so I'm going to go for the Expo on the left-hand side right now, and keep the pressure on, really just try and force him into, defending with no elixir. I don't know how he still has elixir. I guess Evo Tesla kind of bailed him out there in a way. I'm going to go for the Skellies and Expo again because no Barbarian Barrel is in rotation. We have to get super aggressive. I don't know if we can actually break through because his deck is just too good defensively, and he does have a big spell, a small spell, and of course a Knight, so it's kind of hard to break through. But look at this. We are going to break through right here. I think finally we're going to, open the floodgates and connect to the darn tower with our Wizard and our Expo, which is really nice. Still very far from over. This game is not over at all. I'm actually going to go ahead and go for these Skellies like this and go for the Expo on the right-hand side again. I'll Valk on 0 just to keep the pressure on him in case he Teslas. And yeah, I pretty much need to keep spamming him the rest of this match because think about it. The second he gets a Graveyard Poison on our tower, we lost. So I'm going to go for the ability right here and just, get everything dragged in together. We can go Skellies like this. I can go ahead and drop down my Electro Spirit. A little bit late on that. It's my bad. But I'm just going to go for another Expo here soon. Let's go ahead and wait and try and be patient. Get the Valkyrie evolution down low. first and just, take care of business that way. And now I can go for my Xbow on the right-hand side and just keep him defending this entire match is the goal. So I'm going to go for the Wizard and instant ability to kill the Furnace. I love this play because now he's going to be panicking, and the Xbow connects on tower, and that is absolutely why you love the Evo Wizard, or the Hero Wizard, rather. It is so freaking good in these situations. I'm going to go for this right here, Wizard in the middle, and keep the pressure on. We kill the Furnace with the Wizard. Oh, nothing could go better right now. He goes ahead and poisons my King Tower, and we are going to secure this win. This deck is really fun to play. Make that 5 wins in a row. Let's keep it cooking. Okay, we are facing Pyro in this next one right here. Hopefully going to continue the win streak. Going to go for the Ice Spirit like this, Fire Spirit the right-hand side. I guess I could have Collector, but honestly, it's kind of nice just going Spirit at the bridge on one side and then on the other side because, your opponent's like, dude, this guy's a loser. He's got all cycle cards. I'm going to go for the Larrys and go ahead and clean up that barrel. And once again, we're going to be facing a version of Log Bait, it looks like. Man, is Log Bait, like, popular again? I didn't even think it was this season, but if you are a Log Bait main in the comments, you can let me know if the deck is back or something. But just going to go for the Valkyrie right here. The Rascals do come down. Okay, so it's going to be the one with the cannon cart probably, which is definitely annoying, but I still think we can win this one. He does have the Hero Dark Prince. Maybe it's just this version of not Expo. Log Bait is very good. I'm going to go for the Wizard like this right here, and then just go for the ability Electro Spirit up top. He does have a Golden Knight, which is obviously going to be quite the problem for us. Oh, wow, those Evo Skellies just kind of sold my bacon right there. I'm going to go for the Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit. He is going to connect on both sides now because I did kind of mess up my Larry. That could have been such a good defense, but no, that was a little bit sloppy for me. So, on the bright side, we do have the Collectors still down, so we got to take our win there. But other than that, that was not the greatest defense of my entire life, for sure. I'm going to go ahead and Collector again, though, and we're just going to keep getting these pumps down and trying to keep our towers at least semi-healthy so we can at least have a chance to break through later in this match whenever we get this Elixir lead from our Collectors. So, he does go for the barrel. Just going to go Skelly's Electro Spirit on top of that. Hopefully, well, I was going to say hopefully no hits, but we do take 1 hit right there. Let's go for the Ice Spirit, too. And just like that, we're 1 card away from the Elixir Collector. So, 1 Elixir Fire Spirit, pump up, and bang. Just like that, 3 Collectors in single. And now, the momentum is starting to shift to our side. And that is what an Elixir Collector, just cycle deck, can do to your opponent. I'm going to go for the Electro Spirit like this right here. And then go for the Evo Valkyrie to clean up all this with the Wizard too. He did waste the ability as well. I'm going to go for my Wizard ability, I guess. Maybe I didn't even need that actually right there. But still, that's really good value out of our defensive units. And once again, we'll go for another Collector like this right here. I actually think that was a bad Barbarian barrel too. It didn't even help out with the Wizard hardly at all. He's forced to snowball. That might actually still connect. No, it's not going to, but that's okay because just like that, we're back around to another Collector in 2 seconds. I'm actually going to do something kind of different. Oh, I was going to go defensive Xbow, but I lied to you all. Since he did play that Dark Prince, I changed my mind, I'm not going to lie. Let's go for the Electro Spirit like this up top, and then just go for the Valkyrie on the Golden Knight plus the Princess. Unfortunately, that Princess is on my tower, but I guess it doesn't really matter because all it's doing is evening out the damage. Let's go for the Expo on the left-hand side. Does he have Rocket? I'm guessing he probably does, yeah. So there's the Rocket. We know now that he has it too. I'm going to go for the Pump. We have 4 Elixir Collectors down on the map. We should for sure win this game. At least I would hope so. Let's go for the Wizard like this right here. Ice Spirit like this, and then Fire Spirit as well. I can just get a defensive Expo down, I think is the method, because I need to have something to help me counter push and not just, kind of be left to dry by myself with no supporting cards early on whenever we go for an offensive Expo. So I'm going to go for the Electro Spirits, or Ice Spirit rather, and then the Evo Skellies on that barrel, then go for the Expo on the left-hand side. Now, he's going to have to rocket that, I'm almost certain. If he doesn't rocket this, he's cooked. There's no way you're not going to rocket. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Wait, what is he doing? He might have just sold. Let's go for the Ice Spirit like this. I can Valkyrie to tank as well. No, I got it down late because I'm a noob. We could have won right there for sure if I was just a little bit less sloppy on my protection of the Expo. So I'm going to go for these Skellies the back. Here comes the Golden Knight. I'm going to go Fire Spirit too, and then Ice Spirit Valkyrie on top. Please don't take my tower. That one Goblin genuinely might take my entire tower. What the heck am I looking at? I'm going to switch lanes here because I need to go ahead and cycle back around to another Expo is my thought process. We'll go Electro Spirit too. He has to defend this Expo with a rocket, right? Surely. How else is he going to stop it? He's not going to rocket, so I'm going to go for the Valkyrie at the bridge. I'm pretty sure we just won. Like, why did he not rocket that? I'm so confused. Anyways, that's going to be GG, unless if I can protect as well. Let's go Electro Spirit like that. Perfect, and we do win the game. Nice. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. This deck was a lot of fun to play, and of course, enjoy the Butch clip, and have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.